when they lost. Like, I've never seen a player as upset as he was. Wow, look at this. We've got 3 people playing the arch area, so they can potentially rotate to B should an early push come in from Na'Vi. Very nice play there from Titan. But there will be no early push. You can see the Na'Vi players is trying to clear out the tight corners where those 5.7s, P250s are so powerful. Edward, the man with the Mac 10, will be the bait here for the team. If he goes down, it's not the end of the world. See if he can get any frags. RPK getting the first one and the second one. He's using the bullets very conservatively indeed. Very efficient assassin is RPK. Na'Vi bringing the kills back now. One-man advantage though to Titan.
And finally, Apex does get picked off. He wasn't able to fall back to cover in time, but 2 versus 2 in a situation like this for Titan on this Viper pistol armor is really strong. And well, we do have full health on Existence and Maniac, but neither of these players has any armor. So it might be rather difficult unless they are able to get a drop on one of these players. A surprise frag. Here we go. Maniac is going to come around the back and they're not looking his way. He's going to get a free frag there onto 1. Oh, the last bullet finds his head. And Maniac gets himself the double. Didn't even need any help. And that is a crazy turnaround for Titan.
Maniac gets more kills with the 5.7 than like any other player that I've seen.
So he's like the Olafmeister
He's always
of the 5.9. 5.9? 5.7?
5.9.
The 5.9.
Hoist the 5.9. Maniac is, oh, I mean, sorry, the 5.7 is a very effective pistol indeed. You can see Titan looking for a potential rush towards B. 3 people at the moment, but they're not pushing, they're just holding. Existence leading the fray. He will be the first to fall. And it's going to be the Tech 9 party here on Banana, coming the way of the B bomb site.
We are going to have Kenny S making his way down Speedway now. And Maniac is also going to be joining him from this angle. There's a small gap in the smoke. It's going to be filled out now by a second one. And they are going to go for this 2 versus 4. They don't have a lot of weapons, and they do have the Tech 9s, of course. And extra grenades. It's grenades for days. And having Molotov still to work with, and still yet one more. It is essentially impossible for Titan to do this, so they are going to fall back.
Ain't no party like a Tech 9 party!
And one thing, okay, about Tech 9s and Tech 9 parties is that we saw here Na'Vi, they're going for the older style. There was a new style we saw from Envious, a new strat that looked almost, even if you knew it was coming, it was still ridiculously hard to stop, which was actually the Tech 9 play with all nades on middle. And we saw this was basically one Inferno for Envious, because NIP couldn't deal with it. NIP were actually keeping up with Envious in pretty much all regards, but as soon as those Tech 9 pressures would come in on the T side, up middle, it seemed like there was no way to stop them. It looked insanely powerful. And I'm surprised that Na'Vi are not copying that straight up, but maybe we'll see them do that in some days. It's too strong to ignore, James.
I wasn't on the comms for that match, listening to the POV comms, but I can imagine it was, okay, my friends, c'est parti, rush A, mid, let's go. And it works very well indeed. So, trades back and forth here. Na'Vi taking the lead once again. Kenya's going to find himself in the apps with a teammate looking to break some glass. Apex going for the bait, but it's going to be Kenny to find the first frag. I'm not sure if they're even aware of Apex yet, but they're all falling, and it looks like another round here for Na'Vi. So, trades will continue unless C's can get a 4-man.
That was absolutely sick. I mean, they had so many men in the apartments, like 4 men in the apartments, and Na'Vi moving into the one area where the pistols are like the most dangerous in the game, and they got completely destroyed. That's quite surprising, because now they've been reset heavily. They've got no money at all. This is quite bad for Na'Vi, and this situation for Titan now looks to be best case, because they should be able to get momentum going. But we're going to see Na'Vi going for that pistol armor buy-up, even Flamey able to have that AK. So. Now, how are they going to do this one?
Okay, so you can see the smokes coming in there from CT, as depicted by KDN on the comms, on the spec. But it's going to be the Tech 9s to start the proceedings once again. Guardian taking down Apex. So, let's see, that's going to be Existence holding the forts on the B side. But again, actually, we'll come back to it a bit later, as RPK is going to have to hold down Arch from this push here. Kenny S missing the shot, been missing a few shots in the last week. We'll see if Titan can get themselves back into this match, or if we're going to see even more trades. So, looks like it could be a potential wrap towards B, although I think they're just holding the fort down while the bomb rotates towards the site itself. Zeus with the AWP now. C's coming up for extra support. But Existence takes down 2. So Existence in a 1 versus 3 now.
I have to see if he's going to be able to pull this one off. He's got himself full health at the very least, but no nades to help him out. There is the flash as they know where he is, and he falls back just a little bit to avoid some of these horrible angles, but Guardian is going to destroy him. And there we go, 3-2, and that is a very important round for Na'Vi to win. Once again, Titan had worked their way back into what could have been an incredibly crippling position for Na'Vi, and one in which they would gain many rounds with so much momentum, but Na'Vi put a stop to it straight away. So it's really, really game on, really back and forth here. Look at this.
All the trades. All right, so again, while things are a little bit slow here, Dan made a good point earlier. Normally, when the T's are on an eco, when the CTs are on an eco, the T's generally avoid the apps, but Titan got a lot of people in the apps and to good effect, but never mind that. The trades are back again. Oh, what a nade there. Zeus down to 50 HP. Apex quite low as well. Passive position being held on Banana by C's. Just poking around a tree area at the moment, as they will be expecting some kind of force here from the CT side. You can see Maniac playing in the pit there. Tyson trying to play safety in numbers, but they're trying to judge where the players are going to go, rotating based on that Molotov going down into the quad area. And there are 4 people at the top mid for Na'Vi. 2 people towards library.
So they are going to spot them now. Kenny S is actually towards the arch side. We're going to see, there it is, the quick peek, and that's going to be now the call to his teammates. The rotation starts to come in. What a beautiful frag there from Kenny S. He is absolutely wrecking them as they're blind, and he's holding down the position. That's going to allow his teammates in from the B site to hold on to Arch for him now as he goes down. But RPK is now there to pick up the pieces. Edward jumping through now onto the sand pit area is going to have himself a nice situation with the bomb plant, but the health is so low for Edward and Flamey, 1 and 4. That's actually ridiculously low. That Titan have every chance and more to try to swing this one back. Oh, RPK almost getting caught off. In fact, he will go down. Edward picks up that frag, and Existence now, the in-game leader, looking for some bodies. There's one, but Edward very smart, straight on in with the trade. And with 1 HP, he's going to have the round for his team. 4-2, Na'Vi. They're still in this.
It's the first time either team has strung 2 rounds together as well. And they did it with a combined 5 HP in a 2 versus 2 bomb hold situation. So Titan forcing it up once again. And Edward and his team expecting the eco here. So the dead players of Na'Vi going to pick up 2 MAC-10s. Zeus and Edward going to push again. They're going to be the bait. They're going to use them to try and find out where the CT stack is. Should it be anywhere? Kenny S trying to get a flash. He kind of messed it up, I think. But it still ended up working out for him. So 1 MAC-10 down so far. Edward, 25 HP. Those 5-7s putting in even more work. Titan looking to trade again.
This is absolute madness. Flamey now alive for his team. He's got a couple flashes to work with. A minute on the clock. And the smokers are down on Arch side. So he's going to have to collect the bomb first and foremost. And then he's going to have to decide, all right, how do I deal with this situation? Now, considering Titan have 4 players left, he's going to be thinking, I think A is definitely the smartest choice here, because going either side here, he has a chance, a higher chance than if he attacked B, that he's going to have a one-on-one. And that's how he wins this. So if you can find those one-on-ones. There it is. Takes down Kenny S. Now, 3 players left and 35 seconds on the clock as he moves into library. And he could be trying to think of catching rotations here as he holds library down. And yet, is he to find one? And what a precarious position Flamey is currently in.
Is it a double fake? It seems it is. He's not going to get the duel there. I wonder where he would have went should the CT player have pushed him a little bit more, but the trades continue. And the trades will favor the T side here, of course, because Inferno is a map where you can commonly get dominated on the T side and only come out with just a few rounds to try and make a comeback on the CT side. Na'Vi already with 4 of 7 rounds, still with a 1-round lead over Titan. Now it's Existence for the MAC-10. Not every day you see that.
I don't think I've ever seen so many MAC-10s, James, being used.
The CIS boys love the MAC-10s.
But now Existence has picked one of them up as well. So
yeah,
we're going to see if he can actually
spreading to Belgium.
Oh my
God! It's a MAC-10 pandemic, Dan.
It really is. Okay, so Guardian with that AWP could work on opening up some of these angles for
Does
his
this
team.
mean that Existence listens to Rat?
No, no, it doesn't. No. Doesn't mean anything, James.
Maybe it doesn't mean anything. You can see Existence. He's been trying to play these kind of these happy rolls towards Inferno. We did see this at Star Ladder Finals as well. Wasn't so successful then though. But we find him here again. You can see the rotation from Apex as they're expecting an A push. It seems you can see those smokes coming in from Na'Vi. Meanwhile, Zeus is deep into quad at the moment. Cannot find the angle of Kenny as he will fall. Edward applying pressure towards Arch, and that's going to try and force a rotation here from Apex as Existence tries to hold things down with the Mac 10 and the Deagle. Guardian getting the trade, and Apex still in position to hold down B. Going to shoot his teammate a little bit, just to make him aware he's here. And Edward being the last versus 3, going to back up, get one more frag, and Titan will even things up again. Now, both teams are strung together 2 rounds. We'll see if Titan can extend that record for the map.
It is very strange to see how back and forth this actually is. And so now we're going to have a situation whereby we do have the Tech-9s in play, but there's no real nades or armor to support them. So this is where Titan could really start to take a grip finally at the map. And they're going in with a fast timing, 3 players towards that banana side of things. And now we're going to have Apex falling back very, very quickly. And usually you see the third player sticking around for another 10 seconds or so before rotating back, but Apex is playing it super safe. And we see Na'Vi moving slowly into the apps here as the push on banana does come in. There's no smoke. They're going to go in straight for the flank.
Yeah, this should be a nice cleanup of this eco. The issue now has been forced for the T's coming out of the apps, but they're going to get cut down. And only 1 frag on the board. Very nice hold for Titan. And they extend it to 3 rounds in a row. So next buy will come out here for Nartus Vincere, or however you want to pronounce it. I think it's still up for debate how you pronounce it in Latin, because we're seeing a few different answers. You know, when I was
Nartus Vincere or Vincere?
When I was in Kiev,
Vincere.
someone I wrote Spasiba
Vincere.
on Twitter.
Spasiba.
Someone said it was Spasiba,
Spasiba.
type Spasiba, and someone else said something else entirely. So
Spokojno noci.
there's that. So all on to Kenyes now. Again. There's an early push, it seems, down Banana from the Titan players. They had a third person there. He is currently an Arch. In fact, Kenny is rotating as well. That's the bomb. We're going to see a fast rotation here from the remaining Titan players, as Maniac tries to hold down quad. So far, so good. 2 people coming out of apps, though, and that's going to be 1 half of the A site in control of the Ts.
May have woken up Kenny, yes, he has come out of his slumber here. What is going on the A-bomb site? He roars as he moves in with the AWP, looking for those angles. The smoke is going to make his life a little bit harder, but he is still going to find these players. There is just some muzzle flare for him to try to track down one of these last remaining Na'Vi members. Flamey on 34 health and Guardian on 9 certainly will give Existence potentially a frag if he is to toss that nade he's got in the right place. He's got fire to work with too, but Kenny S has had enough. He goes in close now with that Tech-9, and Flamey is going to annihilate him. Great shot there from the pit, spraying down Existence as well, and that's an excellent clutch there from Flamey in the remaining seconds of the round. As 5-5 is now the score, and it's how hard must it be for these teams to like read the money, because it's like so back and forth.
Yeah, it must be very difficult indeed to kind of keep track. Flamey, he brings so much clutch to the Na'Vi team and is constantly top fragging for them. Again, there was that one map at Kiev where he had a 40 bomb, which is pretty insane. So far, so good. So the entire Na'Vi squad with 1 Mac 10 in tow. Sorry, Tech-9. Marching towards the A site, though there is a gap in the smoke, and Apex is going to get a few tags, going to make the call for his teammates. Maniac doing great work, even more, in the quad area. Apex trying to hold them down while the rest of the team rotate. So 4v2 retake here, and it's a split assault for Titan.
Here we go. In they are. Apex moving in with RPK. They're able to take down Edward, and Guardian has got his back against so many CTs, and that's not going to work out for him. Another round to Titan as we again go backwards and forwards. I don't even know how anyone can buy any weapons at this point. Just like no one has any chance to establish any economy. It's ridiculous. Usually you would expect this situation to greatly favor the T side, because Titan's or the CT's ability to have grenades is so important on defenses. But when Titan were on their saves and their pistol armor saves that they decided to go for, I think that they won those so consistently that we're in this weird spot. And also not just winning them, but picking up weapons of the other team that had just bought. That swings the value and the economy so much more as well.
His use is just running around in circles in T-spawn. I think he's doing a bit of a Titan and having a chat with his team in the downtime. We have a very aggressive position, I think, from Maniac in apps at the moment, trying to get some info as they do expect Na'Vi to be on the Nico, it seems. Trade coming in there as Flamey goes down, top fragger for Na'Vi.
He did leave Edward on 6 HP as well, so Edward should he should really throw that M4 to somebody else. And there it is, C's will pick it up. It's a good team play. And Existence doing very happy-esque kind of play with the smoke. And look at that, he can just about see Zeus as he takes him down. And once again, we have an advantage for Titan and Na'Vi with this this save round. I mean, they do have C's with M4, but without any armor on him, as soon as he gets touched by a bullet, he is not going to be able to actually aim on anyone, that aim punch in action. But he's got teammates to act as human shields, and so far it's working out for Na'Vi. As they make their way onto the A bomb site, Apex is going to be the major obstacle sitting in pit for them as the rest of his team rotates.
Some nice flashes there from Apex. Allows him to peek at the same time as the flash going off thanks to the cover. I think I first saw that from Adren on Hellraisers, actually, on Inferno, to whip out a massive clutch. One FACEIT League match, so Apex getting the first kill. Teammates still rotating, so you cannot have your bets on Guardian right now. He will fall to RPK as well. So Titan survive with 3 players heading towards a potential 10-5, though Na'Vi keep getting bomb plants, and that will allow them to keep up the pressure.
Okay, so are we going to see some momentum generated, or is momentum dead? It's not a thing anymore. It doesn't exist.
It's a thing of the past.
It's a new meta. That doesn't make any sense, so never mind, I won't say that anymore. Okay, let's stick to things that do make sense, James. Like Maniac smoking Banana deep. Let's go. So that is going to be a fast push on Banana here for these 3 members of Titan as they are going to help with all those grenades. The very standard
I buy power
Banana take.
mollies.
And we are going to see that eventually that means that they will start out with 3 players there, but they'll be able to leave 1 there eventually. And with that extra Banana control, it's going to force Na'Vi into a difficult decision. Do they push towards A regardless, or do they try to retake Banana?
And as always keeping 1 person over there at the moment that is seized. So I'm sure he will creep. Seems to be behind the flower pot at the moment, which is somewhere you can crouch and hide behind the flower pot on T-slope if you are in a position where the CTs may rotate down Banana towards the A site should you have taken over that area. So quad being flashed at the moment. Kenyes going to have to make his way out of there. Apex though getting 2 kills. Trade coming in from Flamey. 1-man advantage for the T's. 40 seconds on the clock. Still time for Na'Vi to get the bomb down. The bomb is down, but not where they'd want it to be. Flamey going to get the trade onto Kenny. Now it's 3 versus 2. Maniac in a strong position with a crossfire with RPK on the site. And that's going to be a cleanup from the 2 players. Again, Titan surviving with 3. It's going to be good for their money despite losing 2. As we go into the second last half of the round. So, Dan, 10-5?
Very well, it could be actually at this point because we do have
It's 8-5 Dan.
Kenny S on the AWP, but this pistol save from Na'Vi is going to make life potentially difficult if they approach it in the right way. And we're going to see already a quick aggression on middle here from Apex as he does try to tap away Guardian. He's got to be careful though because now the timing for the players to pop out of second mid is now. And he does read that well, falls back just in the nick of time, gets a better position. In comes Kenny S swinging around from the side. Doesn't pick up the kill though as we have 1 man down for either side. Rotation coming in. Maniac goes down as Flamey launches himself out the balcony and Kenny S with so much work to do can only take down 1 player. And Existence is now in an awkward spot. He's got to go for the A retake against an AWP and an M4 and a Tech 9.
Yeah, they're going to have post-plant positions. They're going to have crossfires. But he's got nothing to lose with that much money in the bank going into the last round. So goes for it, gets taken out by Zeus with the AWP. He's got a few AWP shots today. He will throw the AWP back over to the Guardian though.
So that was really a very bad round from Titan when it comes to the execution. We saw that Flamey is able to like get into a forward position on the balcony, then jump through before he actually getting the frag. Kenny was missing quite a few shots on the A main, on the A push as well on the arch side. He had a few that he could have hit, and normally you would expect him to hit. So that's a bad round to have that kind of those mistakes to come into play, and that's going to give Na'Vi a chance back into some rounds now as they have a better buy than Titan do.
Right, so let's see how many of the CT's nades Na'Vi can try to waste here. One, Existence just getting some more flashbangs out there. They've thrown a fair bit, but there's still a fair bit in the bank. So the well's not dry just yet. You can see Na'Vi with good map presence at the moment. Flamey in a position to look for flanks through Apps, and he will push Apps with that timing. But again, it's Existence getting the first frag onto Seized. Seized has been the B lurker for Na'Vi. We have commonly found Existence playing B, especially as the last person when the fourth player rotates. So things slowing down for both teams. Seized just keeping an angle on Arch at the moment. Should have a teammate flashing in if he's going to peek. But he is in fact going for the fake as the push should come soon from Banana.
He is delaying that rotation massively and even pulling players from CT towards A just as the nades come over. Now they know the true intentions of Na'Vi, but the smokes are down. They're going to have an entry potentially onto Existence. He has to keep himself alive at this point. Flamey's going to get the one-on-one against him, but Existence will weather that assault, takes down one. Guardian now has so much to do. He pulls out the Deeg, but it's Apex through the smoke with the USP to end that potential round for Na'Vi, and instead it will be a 9-6 first half. And what a crazy one, a very chaotic round, first half that we actually saw.
Imagine if Existence was standing behind that pillar.
How back and forth that is.
You saw he was trying to hide from a Deagle. Imagine if it was a Tech 9 Dan. 32 bullets.
Yeah, if you had a Tech 9, that's very different indeed. That's a good point to make. But is it going to be an end to the chaos now? Will Titan be able to actually have some consistency on their T sides? Will they be able to break Na'Vi's economy? We have lots of questions going into this one as we see the pistol round start out. And Flamey is doing what Apex was doing for Titan. He's being that one man. But unlike Apex, Flamey's got all the players to deal with. They aren't messing around.
Right, he's backed off. I don't think he got the smoke out fast enough, and he will be taken out pretty handily by the Na'Vi side. Oh, Zeus just looking in time as Apex looks away from a potential flash maybe thrown by his teammates there. Horrible timing for him. They still have control of the site though. And it's the CTs having to contend with smokes. Titan putting multiple people in the construction area to pressure that choke point. God, he's going to get fragged onto the site. Trades coming in both sides. 2 versus 2 now. RPK down to 10 HP as he tries to stop Cease pushing construction. Now Edward has the defuse coming in and all the players Titan are dead. Important round for Na'Vi as they are... Could have been expensive for them had they not won the round on the CT side.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be quite interesting now as Na'Vi have a chance to get their economy going. Now, to have Titan learn something from Envious, because we do see the Tech 9 armor, right? And we see the nades. Now, if they go for that mid play that Envious were really abusing, it will show that they have really... I mean, in the space of basically a day, because everyone came back from Kiev, I guess, yesterday, they have prepared. But looks like we just have Apex just messing around at the beginning of Banana, but again, still the possibility to do that mid-play with those Tech 9s, and I really want to see teams abuse it, because the quicker that they start, everyone starts abusing it, the quicker we'll have a solution to it, James, and then the meta will evolve to a point where people will have to stop doing it as much.
Well, let's see what update Valve have for us this week. We've seen that they've done a number of maps. They've put the compatibility updates now, but will there be balance, Dan? Will there be balance? That is the question.
Balance must be restored to the Force.
Yes, and other nutty things. Look at the smokes coming out from Titan. They're going to have almost safe passage out. Actually, it won't be safe at all. It's going to be covered in piranhas and sharks with lasers on their heads, as they will not find a single frag. Na'Vi keeping the pool filled with chlorine, killing all the bugs. Does chlorine kill bugs?
I don't know what chlorine kills.
It kills something, right?
It does. Well,
like bacteria.
It kills something, but I don't
toe
know.
boils.
I don't know if it's like specifically designed
pus.
to kill certain things or what those certain things are. I just know that it...
Someone tweets us, tell us what chlorine kills. I must know immediately. Okay, look at that. Na'Vi giving none of the... Well, they're just not caring that. That's all I can say at this time of night. I think that was a bit risky, though, because had Titan had more people just coming out of mid, then they could have won the round there from Na'Vi. Because they were just looking second mid with no cover in mid whatsoever. They had a nade down there, but if the push from the T's is ill time, then who knows what could happen. They are in control of the bomb, as you can see on your screen. Look at those lasers. Look at that crossfire. That's gorgeous. You can make a canvas painting out of that, Dan. From oil, of course.
Honestly, Kenny S gets some damage done here, but this is probably
Is he going to jump in?
the strongest potential setup that you can have here. I mean, that bomb being down, and they have a player even in Banana just in case, but somehow Kenny S finds himself a one-on-one. There's no trade immediately, but Seas will win the one-on-one that he then finds himself to be in. So 9-9 is the score as Titan bring in their bye. And now, if Na'Vi can keep things going now and keep the rounds coming as CT and things go, become normal, then we're going to see we're going to have a really, really close match on our hands here, and one in which Na'Vi will set themselves up to win in the second half. But AWP in for Kenny S, and now he really gets his time to shine.
Okay, so we've got the Molotovs coming in from Titan as well as Na'Vi.
That's hilarious.
Both teams trying to contest the banana area, and it's going to be Titan pushing. We're going to see a meeting of the minds here from both teams. Flamey getting tagged, Flamey falling to existence. Still more nades coming out towards the tree area, and it will be Na'Vi to win the duel so far. Though, bomb is not lost yet for Titan. That was a bit dangerous for both teams, but very interesting to see because I'm not surprised it's existence to be one of the in-game leaders to say no. We're going to refuse just to concede the area.
Edward was smart enough during that as well, because he saw the action going on there. He pushed right up apartments so he could spot second mid, and he's actually potentially going to be able to flank them here as well, because they haven't seen him in C's. Oh no, C's needed to check if they were going arch, and he was a little bit too far forward, and unfortunately Edward's not going to find himself in as much of an advantage as he would have earlier. Missed his window, but perhaps he can still save Na'Vi some trouble here. He's got his teammates who's coming in, and there it is, takes down the player on Graveyard. Really key now. Oh, Kenny S with the peek though, gets the shot onto Edward, as Zeus is going to try his best now to push himself back in for this retake. Going to spot the AWP there, Kenny S, but there's still one more player. Where on earth is he? In the back of Edward, Zeus's mind, he's constantly thinking, where is this last guy? He will kill Kenny S as well, but there's no trade coming in here from Maniac. He was quite far away to help trade on if Kenny S was to go down. So, oh, he's going to go for the hold. Maniac has to go in. He's spraying. He will find it as he sees the blood spatter through the smoke. But that could have been problematic. I mean, wouldn't you have assumed that Maniac should be in a position there to better trade Kenny S? Because it's not like they saw Zeus, like he was trying to duel there for a while, so Maniac could have positioned himself in a bit better.
Yeah, but that's credit to Zeus. He probably knew that. I mean, they have to expect that Zeus is going to be looking for the trader as well. So if he tries to pop out, he may just get pre-fired by Zeus. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword in that sense. But I think with that, when there's a bomb plant right in a corner like that, it's better if the smoke is not positioned on the bomb itself, but if he put it more to conceal where the metal box started and ended, then it may have been harder for Maniac to find him. But if he puts it straight on the bomb in a corner, then it's pretty easy to get that spray through the smoke. Now, I was just looking at Titan and the players, and since it's April 1st tomorrow, I think Kenny S would play as Kanye S, and RPK could be RP Kim K.
I don't want to be a part of the world on April 1st. I just want to skip that day. You know how trollable I am? You know how that's like basically my worst nightmare day. Anyway.
I want to see that. Kanye S and RP Kim K.
Okay. Well, we've got Flamey at the back here. He's got a good crossfire potential with a teammate. However, the smoke is helping out Titan at the moment for this take. But Flamey's going to go out and he's going to get taken down. Great use of Molotovs coming in from Titan for this side take. C's eliminated in the quick 2-on-1 there from Titan as well, as Guardian tries to work his way in. But it's just, this grind is too much so far for Na'Vi. They need to even things up, but 9 HP on Guardian, it's going to make life certainly quite difficult. Still flashes to be found for Titan to use. And Zeus is enjoying life in the apartments.
It's always good when you're in an apartment. Unless it's bad, then it's not good.
Those apartments, the apartments in this map look like the last place I lived in, James, for about a month and a half.
They look pretty bare bones, then. It's a nice table.
Not really. It's not a good table, James. It may look good. but it'll fall apart as soon as you sit on it.
Hey,
I like to sit on my
I wouldn't be
tables.
surprised if it fell apart if I sat on it. My friend sat on a glass table once. Guess what happened? The glass broke down.
That sounds quite.
There were no
painful,
injuries.
actually.
There were
Yeah,
no injuries.
No injuries.
But it was
Okay,
highly
good.
amusing.
Okay. Okay, so we've got 11-9 on the scoreline now, and if you're enjoying the observing that we're having done by Cadian here, send him a tweet, give him some love, give him a follow. Because it's always awesome to
Or if
have.
you don't like it, you can block him.
Yeah, you could do that.
Either way. Right, nice opening there by Apex. And that's what we want to see more of. People just holding the angle there. You have the gun advantage if you can shoot fast enough. That is the B bomb site lost for Titan. But can they get the bomb there? They've lost the bomb in mid. That is a disaster. They need to get there fast before they get smoked off. You can see the flashes coming in there. Not going to flash. Actually, he is going to flash Zeus, but he's got the cover. He gets flashed again. He's going to pop out. Get one of them. The trade's coming in for both teams. The bomb is still lost, but it's Maniac with the flank on Guardian. Just needs to find the frag. And he takes the chicken down as well.
Okay, so Titan's starting to take control here, and the AWP is bought there for Seas. And actually, if we can quickly check out... Okay, it goes to Guardian. I was going to say, like, Seas just picked it up.
You thought it was a spawn?
Yeah, I thought it would have been a
Spawn
timing.
play.
Yeah, but it's we are going to see that Guardian is going to go towards middle at the moment. And he will take a peek, I think, on middle also with his AWP as we get, once again, the pressure plays coming in from Titan. They don't want to give up Banana. They don't want to let the Na'Vi side get dug in here, so they're going to keep them over towards the car. So I like this from Titan. I like the contestation. It's important. And, oh, the nade caught there for Maniac. Flamey going to punish that, but Kenius does take Guardian down towards A. And that frag is now going to give Titan an interesting choice now. And it's all going to be on existence to make that choice.
Yeah, and Kenya can rotate straight away as RPK is just outside apps holding potential flank from the CTs. Should it be required existence though, we'll be just taking a look up top mid, which isn't covered. RPK heading over there to hold the angle. Titan seem to be heading back that way as well. So we've got Zeus in the quad area towards A, and you can see Edward with the AWP now.
Oh, almost a double, but not. Oh, that is huge info, though, at the very least, and a frag. And that smoke being down there towards outside, that will isolate Zeus. Now, Zeus is going to have to be smart about this. He could actually try to push closer to Boiler if he wanted. Just try to get sneaky here because he's got 3 players, and he doesn't have any help just yet. You have Flamey making his way in onto the A bomb site, so he can cover balcony now, but Existence is already into the pit. This is hard here for Flamey. He's got really difficult angles to deal with, and Zeus, again, he can't really help him from here. In come the grenades. Oh, Zeus will get the frag as they move out of pit, just in the nick of time, and oh, Flamey finds the head of Apex as he launches himself into the pit, but did that feel to you, James, to be a little bit chaotic there from Titan? Do you think they could have executed that a bit better?
I think it was credit to Na'Vi going for the peak to find out the information. You know, some other teams can be maybe too passive on Inferno on the CT side, just not getting the information. But Edwards made the right play at the right time and found a frag and some info for his team, which allowed Flamey to rotate over to the site fast enough. Had Edward not peaked, then Flamey wouldn't be there. And there's no one. If you saw, like he covered the player on quad, and then the player on quad covered him just as he was going to lose himself. So basically, I think it was more how Na'Vi found the information and played with it than Titan.
All right, well, they are 2 rounds behind now, but they have put Titan onto the Tech 9 armor buy, so they are, with this deep banana push as well, restricting the options a little bit and looking to really retake control of the map of the match now. And you can see 4 players there on the A side of things for Na'Vi. But now that there's been kind of a lack of presence towards A after that initial harassment in apartments, they are sending C's all the way back towards B. And we have 50 seconds left, and Titan are getting closer and closer to a timeline where they have to go for a committed play. And oh, that is a horrible challenge there for Cease in the middle of the pool area. He's going to get eliminated by the Tech 9. And now Flamey, he's got a clutch. He's going to come out huge here for his team. Picks up 1 frag. That's all he's going to get as Apex gets the trade. Guardian in now. He's got pressure close up. These AKs in hand and these Tech 9s going on for Titan is going to make it so that Guardian cannot, with so limited support, be able to really realistically go for the retake. 4 players on that B bomb side is very frightening.
Yeah, and I think over on B, Seeds was trying to get to the corner. Well, at least I hope he was trying to get to the corner of Banana for his teammate to flash him in for a peek, because he was just completely in no man's land, got instantly shot in the head down to like 7 HP by the Tech 9 as well. So that was unfortunate for him. But I think if he had managed to get to the corner in time, then hopefully he would have had a flash from a teammate, and he would have had a safe peek. Ooh. See the CT trying to pre-fire based on the sound. Bit too early though. Gave the game away, but nobody was to fall. So Titan 3 rounds away from victory in their first match versus Na'Vi tonight. Na'Vi though, still on the CT side, still got the AWP on Guardian, still got 5 rifles, not out of this yet.
Yeah, Titan not looking too shabby, but we do have Guardian now. He's moved towards B. We haven't seen this in a little while, so this could be a bit surprising. Maniac could feel a little bit more safe than he actually is. Interesting security.
Yeah, actually, look how he's charging down just with no regard. But he played a passive angle initially, which I think they've taken the tree area for granted where Maniac is. Because the CTs, if they ever spawn towards B, they can get to the car before a T can get to the tree. But Guardian held back because he was sprayed of the nades. That said, they will still get a frag onto Maniac. Could have gone horribly wrong for them. Flamey going to get a second one onto Existence as well. But again, you can see all those nades from Titan made Guardian a bit hesitant to properly peek the car area. That allowed Maniac to get there in the first place. We've got trade towards quad at the moment. Only Apex remains though, and the bomb is down as well. He will fall. Minimal damage onto Na'Vi here. But again, that whole situation on B could have gone completely the other way around very easily.
Yeah, definitely. That it's all about the banana moves, and Na'Vi with that round in the bag are going to give themselves a little bit of a lifeline into this one, as once again Titan buy up those Tech 9s, his armors, and the nades. But 3 players again looking for the defense of banana, potential aggression, and just general safe trading. It's a nice way to start things out for Na'Vi. Is you've seen that Titan, they like to go for these B pushes on these more eco-y situations, but this is just a straight up like forced buy. We've got a Krieg. We've got a Krieg on Apex, the Stereo Krieg there. Not so often you see those.
Oh, Guardian. I don't know if he just wasn't paying attention to his life, but he must have heard that noise when you get hit by a flame. He's trying to adjust out of it, but it's not going to happen. Flamey having to try and go huge here, but unable to get all the frags. The Titan may have expected the B bomb site to be clear now, but that smoke is going to tell a different story. And they will hold the mid area for now. Slowing down a push entirely.
We have Kenny S with the AWP of Guardians. So that's a scary situation, isn't it? Kenny S picking up the AWP changes everything for his team as he can get those entries going. And
Kanye S.
That changes their options quite a bit as they look for these pushes. And because the Existence is, oh no, we saw, I remember, was it Device in this kind of a spot before? But no, he will get found out by Seas. That's good play from him. And Seas might even be able to spot now that nothing is on Banana, but the push is hitting A, 3-on-3, as Titan have all the bodies to get these trades, but they are not finding them just yet. There's the flick shot, able to get the penetration kill onto Zeus as they move forwards. We've got a man in pit though, and it could be that Edward is able to delay just enough time. We do have Seas now on the scene. And that bomb goes down just in the nick of time there, thanks to RPK. But oh dear, Kenny S gonna flash himself out in so much trouble as that bomb is looking to be defused here. Now can Kenny S get an angle? And it will be seized to get the kill, and seized with that very key frag in the 1-on-1 against Existence on Banana as well. It made it so that he could rotate more quickly too. So strong stuff there by Seized in that round. And we have a 12-13 scoreline for Na'Vi.
Apex has been fragging a hell of a lot recently. He's currently topping the leaderboard with 24 kills on the server. Always nice to see a Titan where Apex is beasting the team.
It always
well, not beasting the team, beasting the opponents, Dan. Or just beasting. He's a beast.
There's no cage large enough or strong enough to contain him. So what do they feed him, James? They feed him lions. They throw lions in the cage. They cannot hold him. And he feasts.
Baby dragons.
He feasts on them and takes their strength. Tiger blood. Okay, so we've got 13-12. Titan now in a bit of a predicament. They need to get themselves a bomb down at the very least. With an investment like this, they have to get something out of it. And they are going to get smoked off and delayed. And Na'Vi with a very standard and very passive setup. They're ready for anything at the moment. They've still got a healthy number of grenades. Guardian has 1 smoke. He's over towards middle. And Seized is on the B side. He's got a Molotov. So there are a lot of options for Na'Vi to continue delaying the opponents as time is running out. And we have already a rotation coming in from one player. It will be Zeus through CT to help support B. So Na'Vi making a bit of a gamble, making a bit of a read, saying, okay, it's going to be a B push, and they're going to be correct. In go the grenades, and they know what's up.
Okay, so we've got flames, we've got smoke, and we have no movement whatsoever from Titan. Are they going for the double bluff here? They've still got 2 smokes. They're starting to fly out now. And Zeus is in a worse position than he was on the first bait, but those counter flashes are going to ruin Titan. Only 2 players left, and they have 45 HP combined. They're all going to get cut down, and once again, no damage to Na'Vi. Nice idea by Titan, but Na'Vi just did not fall for it.
Yeah, they seem to just figure it out. They rotated Zeus over just at the right timing, and it is quite interesting because what they probably felt like is it's going to take. They may have said, okay, with 40 seconds left, it's unlikely if the Titan already haven't pushed us, that they're going to go for A because they're going to take them too long to clear all the angles.
I think the problem.
More likely, so
I think the problem for Titan as well. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I think the problem was that they didn't have any nades. Not a single person was throwing nades on the A site. So they were like, okay, they've thrown all these nades, but nothing's happening. Is it a fake? Well, there are no nades, no flashes, nothing going on the A side. I think that was part of the issue with that play.
Well, it's going to really position Na'Vi now to actually take themselves potentially the match, because now we can see the free round going towards Na'Vi, unless something nuts happens. We've got the push coming in onto the middle area, and RVK will pick up a quick frag and also the weapon, but Guardians there take a shot and fall back, and they are controlling and thinning them out, and we just got Existence left now. He's moving towards B, but there is a Flamey who's over there on the B1 site who can deal with this, and Existence doesn't have any armor or weapons, so should be another round for Na'Vi, and we'll see the money situation momentarily. That's going to really inform us as to the odds, the chances that Titan will have remaining in bringing the rounds back for this one. But how close are Na'Vi to actually being broken economically here? We'll see now. Okay, they're quite safe until the end of the round, so it's not. We won't have a situation where Titan will get any free rounds to play with. If they can't break Na'Vi's economy, they can't money screw them. So this is going to be an uphill struggle.
Indeed it is, but Kenny's back on the York now. And again, Na'Vi, this is turning out to be a stronger and stronger map for them. They're showing a good CT side here. And they finally take the lead on the more favoured side. And again, so all those trade rounds came in handy for Na'Vi on their first side. Right, so Guardian just causing all kinds of shenanigans towards mid. Is he going to peek over the flames as well? He is. Oh, he's spotted someone. Not going to get the frag though. That was Kenny, in fact. He's towards the car area at the moment. Caught in no man's land now. It's his turn to be found. Apex will pick up the AWP. See if he chooses to push with it.
Okay, I have a point about stuttering like crazy, James. Lost my words. But I have a really cool point about the Molotov. We're going to go into that in a minute, because we're going to see Titan now look to see if they can resolve the issue of this round, which is they've lost a man and they haven't gained any ground. Here we go. Wow, Apex with the jump moves, going to take down Zeus, and Existence on the back able to take down one player on Arch. Guardian as well. Sniper going down for Na'Vi. Edward poised for a big performance. 2 quick frags from him as Existence takes down C's towards Arch again. But Edward is locking it down. He's got 12 points of health. There's one last player, Existence, in this one-on-one against Edward. So he tosses out the grenade, the flash, and Existence finds himself in some trouble. He has himself an AWP and a P250, and here he goes, making his way around. Glock rather, making his way around, and we have the rotation coming in from Edward. Molotov now, and he has run out of time. Edward has played this very, very well, and there he's going to force it out, but will there even be time if he gets the frag? And it doesn't even matter. Edward picks up the kill. And now, okay, Guardian, he's so smart. The Molotovs, if he wants to peek middle, right, what's the biggest problem that you have as an AWPer there? Well,
people with guns.
Players rushing you down for the trade, because then you don't have a position to safely fall back to. The safest position is behind the pillars on quad. So by having that Molotov there, it allows them to peek, take a shot, and then no one can trade, because they'd have to run through the flames. And it's, I mean, they could try to do it, but it's much more high risk for them.
Yeah, and that's what Virtus Pro have been masters at on this map for the longest time. I often mention, watch out for the mollies, and we saw what they did with the mollies at Kiev.
Oh yeah, yeah, they were amazing. I loved it.
Kiev, yeah.
Taz the barbecue master.
All right, this is while Apex has pushed up quite a lot. This is still a difficult position to play as a T. Edward though showing a bit more while not being at the beach, and he will be taken out. Good start. He has done a lot of damage to Apex, but it is a man advantage here for Titan as they fight to stay in this game.
Okay, so we got a little bit of movement here from Guardian, which is always nice to see from an AWPer, keeping those angles fresh. But just it's match point now for Na'Vi, so they are looking good to at the very least have an overtime situation. But at the moment, that advantage for Titan, how much of an advantage really will it become? Because they need to still to get some positioning. And we do have 2 players on B, and they're going to push this angle. So Flamey now is going to be able to spray onto Maniac. He's used all of his bullets, though. He needs C's to come out to try to distract him, give him some time here to work, as the flashes will do just that. Delays them at pull. In comes Flamey, though. He goes down. Kenny S with the frag. Gets himself a second one on the board. And his team a chance to boot, to take this in this after plant situation. Guardian going to come in. RPK, though, gets the trade, and all the frags there for Titan. So 1 more for their overtime. But Na'Vi, can they hold on? Can they just close it out? Because I fear if they don't, for them, for their sake, Titan are going to be looking quite good to take this momentum-wise.
Okay, so Edward going for the late buy. Okay, they've got almost a full buy here, just a few nades shy for Edward. Only 2 kits on the 5 players, so we'll have to keep an eye on Edward and Flamey, see if that comes into play a bit later on. Guardian with the aggressive positioning in that last round. He sees a disturbance in the apps. He's not going to find anybody just yet. We'll see if he goes for a timing play. Not going to go as aggressive as other AWPers such as JW down the stairs. Wow, look at that molly. It's not every day you see that one bouncing off the skybox.
Yeah, that was beautiful. 2 players in the apartments for Na'Vi. They have very aggressive positions, looking for those trades, but they get annihilated. Titan poised to take this to overtime, and Seized is in no... he doesn't really have many options here. He's got to go for it. Cadian is giving him some luck.
Cadian's giving him his best words, his finest advice.
There you go. Seized able to take down 1, so 4 more players to work on, and Kenny S is going to take him down, and no luck there for Seized, or at least not enough, as 15-15.
That Molotov on second mid was awesome. I'm stealing that all day.
I liked my highlight with Molotovs was actually Guardian's little idea, because I don't really see AWPers use that very often.
Pasha uses it quite a lot on the
Okay, Pasha, okay.
Yeah.
Guardian maybe stole it from him, I don't know, but
yeah,
it's awesome, really cool.
I'd say when it comes to mollies, Virtus Pro would be the veterans.
Virtus Pro.
Apex heading towards the 30 bomb.
Yes. And
It's always good. You've got to be happy when Apex is top fragging for Titan.
I love when you see those moments in this game where you see something new and you're like, why did he do that? And then you think about it for a second, you're like, that makes so much sense. Why did no one think of this until now? And I love those moments, like with some of these Molotovs we're seeing.
One of the most awesome, possibly the most awesome thing I have seen on this map in CSGO was the strat that Very Games used to do on B as terrorists, when they would throw a flashbang into the site and time it so the Molotovs start to go into the site just as the flashbang goes off. So you've got Molotovs into new box, into oranges and second oranges, and they'd be flashbanged and on fire, and they would have no idea. I think it was, I could be mistaken, but I think it was Angel who we first saw it at a serious match. It happened to on the B bomb site. I could be completely wrong about that, but I think that was it. But that was thoroughly enjoyable. Actually, I think for a long time my favorite match in CSGO was Complexity versus Very Games on Inferno. And Complexity did the mid-round fake, and Very Games were all stuck on the B bomb site and they couldn't get away in time. That was an amazing match. Do you have a favorite match?
A long time ago. I don't actually have a favorite match. I've enjoyed a lot of series. I remember, I think it was DreamHack Winter 2014. I really enjoyed the finals of that because it was when Michael Ayler was playing for NIP, and they got to the finals. And I remember that was just like really, really, really hype, that one. And it was when NIP were, it was in a time when they were close to beating Envious in a grand finals. Unfortunately, they didn't have such a good time in Kiev for the Star Series finals, but yeah, that was, if I had to pick one, it'd be that. So here we go. We got the overtime started off. We got ourselves 16k MR5. So all the buys And already a quick mid-push coming in from Na'Vi. It's not going to give them all that much in results here, just a quick trade at the start, but that's going to be something Titan are going to be happy about.
Right, so this is, in FACEIT League, it is MR5, 16k. That means it's 5 rounds aside, and you start with 16k, which means all the toys come out to play straight away. So Guardian murdering chickens in the apps while his team get a one-man advantage. See, Arch is in the hands of the Titan players. But can't see do anything about it. Pop flash coming in. We've got one player running around blind. That's going to be RPK. RP Kim K. He's gone down, leaving only Existence and Apex to contest the round. Apex has gone down, and I think the remainder of this should be a formality, unless Existence goes huge. He's gone huge before. Guardian has been lost. Still 30 seconds on the clock. There's only one person on the A site. He's going to be caught in no man's land. Existence can, and he should push. He should get the bomb down, but is he going to go fast enough? 24 seconds remaining, and he's expecting somebody to be in pit. Meanwhile, C's is stalking him like a hyena.
There we go. C's through the smoke, going straight for it, and he will pick it up. He smelled the play right through that smoke there. He knew what Existence was going to go for, and 16 to 15 here. So we're into the second round of overtime, and Na'Vi starting things off quite well, to be honest. That looks very convincing. As now we'll see a very normal setup to begin with, or are we going to have? Okay, I thought maybe they're going to do with the 3-man plan at the start there, but no, it looks quite simple, quite normal. Challenge coming in from Kenny S, very fast on the timing, as Existence will punish Edward, and that's absolutely gutting there for Na'Vi. Losing one man defensively on Car, and then they're pushing at the same time on Apartments. That is rough to deal with, because now they've got to gamble. How do they even up this round? Guardian's going to try to do just that, and he will start to work on it. Picks up one player, and that's exactly the kind of play you need when you're down.
Right. Over a minute on the clock here. Titan still with a man advantage. C's in a difficult position now. Does he hold B aggressively to try to even things up, tries to get some info? Or does he play passively, try to hold for as long as possible should the push come in to allow his teammates to rotate? But what a hard rotation it would be, with Guardian basically on the opposite side of the map. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. Although Zeus is heading over towards his position at the moment. Just Guardian to hold A, should he need to. 40 seconds on the clock. Titan still could go back, but with Zeus peaking, Zeus falling, I think it's going to be a B push here.
Nice entries from Maniac. That was gorgeous there, and that's going to give every opportunity for Titan to win this round now. Guardian's going to be on the rotation. He's worked so hard to bring things back into the favor of his team in this round.
Oh, these sneaky angles from Guardian.
But this is going to be pretty hard. To be honest, this is going to be too hard for Guardian to want to throw that AWP away, I would think. And, ooh, McKay's going to catch a glimpse there of a member of Titan. In fact, RBK is going to try to push Guardian. He wants to eliminate the AWP, and Guardian's going to go down. So another round in here, but this time for Titan, 16 to 16. And I really do wonder where you can separate these two teams. And despite this match now going on for quite a long time, at least these two guys are our next match as well. So
I think
works out.
I think that push from Guardian may have been a mistake. I think that was a miscalculation. Because again, with different organizers and so on, they play different overtime rules, and he had no chance of defusing the bomb there. So he basically just threw away his AWP, and now he's left with 3,500, and he's fallen down again. So he's gonna have to have someone drop for him in the next round. Titan with a fast charge into the apps. Edward holding an angle. He may peek. He may go for a peek here. He's gonna get smoked off though. Kenyas holding the angle. So Titan very tight on the strategy there. Kenny holds the angle, they smoke it off, then he moves to another location.
Okay, so Kenny's repositioning now as they look to potentially get an opening on middle, but B is left with one man at the moment, that deep smoke, and Flamey, he just has to spot and delay and fall back, so gonna be, oh, okay, well, C's gonna go down straight away as he goes for the peak, and once again, Na'Vi finding themselves in very awkward positions as they're now down 2 men. Titan ready to go for the execute. There's another flick there from Kenny S. And that is going to show Zeus a thing or two. His Existence is going to start his cleanup as well, the A-bomb site. And there's nothing left here for Na'Vi. They are starting to fall to pieces in the earlier stages of the rounds with some of these aggressive plays.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at their money following this round, Like, we'll see the cash as the next round starts. And now they're going to be in a difficult place. And I want to see their money afterwards. They've gone for 5 M4s. Now, if Guardian saves the orb in that round where he basically just suicided, they are probably in a better position than they are in right now. But it wasn't to be. So, the thing about these smokes on Banana is, a reasonable amount of the time, the Ts get past the smoke before it even pops, and then the CTs have a false sense of security. Could get caught with their pants down here, but Flamey's going to manage to survive. Kenyas getting the trade. Will look for their second player towards the sandbags. That smoke should allow C's to get out of there, but he will just hold for now.
Yeah, the thing with that deep smoke is you really need to accompany it with the Molotovs, which is why we normally always see that be the case, because then at least you can actually clear it out really fast and not have any sneaky terrorists lurking around. But this time we see that Navi, they just can't afford that. So it surprises me that they decide to, like, because it's not really a play you can kind of half-ass really. So that's quite a surprising point indeed.
Okay, still 45 seconds for Tyson to play with. Again, they're just going to play things really slow. And look at what it forces Navi to do. They've got Guardian playing inside the arch because he doesn't know if it's going to be an A play or a B play. They haven't seen the bomb. They still haven't seen the bomb despite that frag coming in. So they really won't be sure what to do. RPK taking down Zeus after some nice frags there from Na'Vi. Only existence remaining, and Na'Vi keep themselves in the game here with another round.
That's actually so sick because they couldn't really afford to buy, basically, if they would have lost that. So getting the 3250 there for that victory is going to help them out massively, as we see what could be the decisive round in this first half of the overtime.
We met Guardian in the airport.
Yeah.
We said hello. He said hi.
I wanted to have a
went our separate
conversation with
ways.
him, kind of, but everyone felt so tired and destroyed. So it wasn't a really good moment for it.
I actually didn't fanboy Na'Vi while they were there. I was like, hey guys, I'm your biggest fan. I didn't do any of that stuff. It was awesome.
Here we go, Kenny S. He misses the flick. He survives somehow, though, 3 HP for him. And, well, here we go. Guardian looking for his aggression, gets the flick onto Maniac. So, finally, that's going to be a solid banana control for them as the push comes in here out of the balcony straight away. Zeus is going to get potentially backstabbed, but he does get saved by C's, thankfully, as Zeus is spinning around, not sure what's going on. Going back for the play onto the quad side, and he does pick up the first frag. There is existence. CZ has to come out, and oh, they line up for him, and he gets both with the spray down of the CZ. That was too easy for Zeus, 18-17. And we will have ourselves... I can't call this. This is impossible.
That was a really smart play by Zeus on quad. The way he, like normally you try to throw a pop flash, bounce it off a wall or something, he just casually threw, like underarm threw the flashbang onto the site. But he positioned himself behind the pillar so he could peek, get a frag onto Boiler before the flash even went off. Obviously, if he wasn't positioned there, he would have been flashed afterwards. That allowed him to see Existence's elbow behind the wall there, whip out the CZ, get a two-man spray down. Very nice play from him indeed. And it's those small edges that make the difference there and win you those all-important rounds. It will give Na'Vi a one-round lead as we go into the second half of overtime here. We've got Flamey heading towards the 30 bomb as well as Apex and Kenny S.
The weird thing is how chaotic the first half of this match was, and that Titan were on the receiving end of that. And now it's that, I mean, I can't possibly see that happening again. It seemed like a bit of an outlier, that kind of a result. Usually it's much more momentum-based, and it's much easier to get the CT rounds and the momentum going. So Na'Vi, they need to get a good start going here for themselves, because I don't think Titan are going to give away so many rounds as they did in the first half of this game. The Guardian is lurking now in the apartments, and Kenny S wants to challenge. Here goes the peek, and he gets the shot. Best Guardian. Sorry, best Kenny
Guardian.
S. Best Guardian. Besting Kenny S.
That's the difference. One of the differences between CSGO and 1.6. You can go for that fast peak in this game and get the jump on someone holding an angle. So you could see Guardian deliberately went for a wide peak there. So if Kenny S is fixed on the corner like he was, then he will have to adjust should he want to get that frag.
Now he's working his way up Middle as well with his team. They're just looking to slowly peel back all the layers of this defense. There it is. Quick flick again onto the player on pick. Guardian has done more than enough for his team, but that flash is the difference. Apex picks up 2 quick kills, and that's going to even things up now to a 2-on-2. Titan yet to lose the bomb site thanks to RPK, but Zeus will finally get himself a trade. And hopefully for him, the bomb plant. And indeed, he will get that bomb planted. But in comes Existence very quickly. Zeus looks for the frag. This duel is now very tensed up here for Existence. He picks up the kill, though, and Titan will win the round. And round for round for round for round they go, these two teams. Who's going to come out on top? Nobody knows.
You're very proud of that little thing, aren't you?
No.
Look at us.
No.
If only you could see the smile on Dan's face, it's absurd. He's like, oh, look at that. I did a good one there. That was a really good one. I'll give you 5 out of 10. AWP continues for Kenny S and continues for Guardian. So let's see. I was wondering if that was going to be 3 to B, but he was just positioning himself for the smoke. But I think if you throw it from kind of the ivy on the wall, it would end up going there faster, especially from his position, and would leave him closer to the site he's going to. So Na'Vi holding angles on Banan. So many nades coming in for both teams, but Titan not throwing out that many nades in return. Still got a fair chunk in the bank. You can see they've boosted Apex onto the terrace roof there as well. So changing their setup from normal time. So you can see they've got 3 people over to quad and nobody in arch at the moment. That doesn't mean that they will have a longer rotation, but right now Na'Vi's still hovering around the mid area.
Now this is very, very strong, of course, if Na'Vi decide to go for a quick set play into the A site. Usually it involves smoking off the arch side, and you can see they've got so many bodies here to go for the trades, and that is crippling this push. They had nobody even make it towards arch side as Titan's defense rips them to shreds. Kenny S picks up one more, Flamey going down, and that is the hat trick now for Kenny S. He is looking, scanning for that last player in Seized, but he himself has not so far allowed himself to be visible. But here he goes. Kenny S, will he go to the angle in time? But okay, now he will. Kenny S with the 4th frag. Maniac is going to go down for the cause. Kenny S will pick up the pieces.
Kanye S making platinum records right now. No?
Now he's looking smug. It's you.
Right, so if you're wondering what these guys need to do to win this at the moment, they need to make it to 21 rounds to be at the point of no return for the side with the deficit. Titan looking for 2 rounds, Na'Vi looking for 2 rounds of the remaining 3, just to even things up, although it could still take the victory with a hat trick going forward here.
So the apartments movement coming in now from Na'Vi again, and they've got lots of bodies behind this, quite a lot indeed. And here is going to be an interesting set play. Look at that, they are isolating the pit player, and there's nothing the guy on quad can do. It's going to have to be Kenny S to come in to save things. What a beautiful play here from Na'Vi. This execute is looking quite good. They've taken the bomb site, they've got themselves a 2-on-2. It's just down to Kenny S and Existence on this retake. Edwards moving back into the balcony, into the apartments, and in comes Kenny S from quad side. Now, he is at huge risk of getting backstabbed now by Edward as he comes in for this. And if Edward gets this frag, it's going to completely blow up the retake. And there it is, the backstab comes in. We do have now just Existence on the bomb site, trying to spray down Zeus. Somehow, some way he finds the frag, but it will not be enough for him as Edward makes the trade. And he himself has the round-winning play with that backstab. But I loved, but more than anything, James, I loved the execute that they did there.
That makes things a lot more interesting, because if Titan had won that round, Na'Vi could only take it to 2nd overtime. However, now, if either team wins the remaining 2 rounds, then they win. So still very much all to play for. We're going to see a repeat setup here from Titan towards the A site. Maybe feeling Na'Vi are not used to it just yet. Fool me once, fool me twice, and all that jazz.
So they've lost Banana straight away of Titan. And Na'Vi can do with this what they will. They can go back. They've got lots of time now to try to push middle a little bit and just leave a man in Banana, so it's always an option for them. But they by no means need to commit just yet. However, they are looking like they want to at the moment. We're going to see potentially all the grenades coming over, or perhaps just They're trying to bait out some counter grenades. That could also be the play with so much time remaining. But we still have all these players lurking, and Kenny S now on the rotate.
Okay, now we're seeing the counters from Titan. They're just holding angles away from all these flashes that are coming in. That Molotov's going to have to force existence away. He's going to find 2 frags though, and it's going to be Navi stuck in the mollies. Kenny S getting 2. Edward and Zeus going down. Basically a Molotov trade there after they took down existence and RBK. Only Guardian remains versus 3. Again, whoever wins this will be in good stead to take the map. You can't have your chips on Guardian right now. Kenny S covers him with Vinegar.
He got 3 kills there with the Molotov.
3.
He got 3. He got the first one as well.
Very nice.
He got
Very,
3
very
kills
nice.
with the Molotov. That is
Existence cut the front men down.
Taz-like.
The other 2 had to stand there to engage.
That's Taz level Molotov.
Then it all went wrong.
That's Taz level Master Chef.
You're saying Kenny went full Master Chef?
He went for Master Chef.
I respect that. Master Chef swag. Okay, nades coming in from both teams. Hardly any damage done at all so far. They're basically throwing fireworks. And another tricky setup here from Titan. They are on match point.
That's a great angle from Apex. It's you never see that. It's going to completely destroy anyone on Boiler, and instead, and that's exactly it. That's so cool because Guardian with the AWP in Boiler, usually that's a huge advantage the AWPer has over the Rifler holding that spot. But his angle was so rare and unexpected that there's no chance the Guardian had. And now they're trying to save things. They're trying to push through, but they've got players to deal with. Maniac in pit peeks out just in the nick of time. That play from Edward a little bit too slow, but at least for Na'Vi he'll get the trade. But that's going to be a man disadvantage. But Kenny S, with the slightest of gaps to work with, it's all he needs. Picks up the kill. It's a 3-on-1, and already GGs are being exchanged. Well, Edward is going to go down, and Titan will close it out in overtime, but just barely. You couldn't separate these teams, and that was Titan's home map choice. And these 2 guys are playing again, but on Navi's map on Dust 2 instead.
Yeah, that was really nicely done by Titan. And I've noticed that Titan have started to